Hola, mi amigos. Me llamo Marco Mac.
Jordan Bards.
He always delays when he does that. I don't know why. I think he just does it to annoy me. And you are watching a review show of All Elite Wrestling Dynamite for March 18th. But this is a very special episode of All Elite Wrestling because this is AEW fans Martial Law. Because we are ready for the lockdown. Let the martial law begin. Let's get cracking with the governmental knacking. Motherfucker. Now I've got paint on my hand, man. What do I do with this?
Oh,
Man. Didn't do a really good job.
That was great. Oh my god.
You gotta make a light of this.
Oh, that is too good.
It's true though.
Oh.
So, we're not going to let martial law and government crackdowns and Steve Carino stop us from having our AEW Dynamite. And as we said I think we said it on the review show, this could be the last preview show. This could be the last one. This could be the last one we do for quite a while. So I think what we'll do is we're just going to make it up. See, from now on, we're just going to pretend that Dynamite's rolling on. We're just going to fucking make up matches and we're going to review them. That's the only way that I'm going to get a win in the predictions, because Jordan won again, so I need to hold this up. He won just and no more. So, Dynamite kicked off this week, as I can't even put a sign up properly, with Cody Rhodes in the empty arena, and it was all dark and spooky and ominous. I was like, ooh, what's going on here? I legit thought that we were going to have the whole night in darkness. I was like, oh, this looks a bit crap. And he delivered a fantastic speech, actually, talking about how people need to come together. And then he used that to segue into what's happening with the Elite and how he has to come together with Kenny Omega and Matt Jackson and Hangman Adam Page and how they need to work together as a unit to beat the Inner Circle. And I just thought it was very good, very poetic the way he brought it together. And I think that the message he was telling was inspiring.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was very good. He has a way of captivating. I want to say the audience, but the audience wasn't even there. But just sitting at home, you're drawn into what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get involved, and especially with what's going on in the world, like, it was captivating. We let loose, and then it transitioned to wrestling, and then we got wrestling.
And he legit was talking. The guys all night, they were all legit talking to the camera. They were talking to the audience because they didn't really. They had their audience there. They had the heels and the baby faces, but
yeah,
it was a very good touch. And Kenny Omega as well. I mean, what he had to say was very inspiring as well. And I really liked because again, I thought it was going to be in darkness all night. He just said, cue the music, cue the pyro, let's get the lights on, and then boom, 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 the show started.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Because I remember back to what WWE did. Fuck me, man. Only Vince McMahon could take a depressing situation and make it worse. SmackDown and Raw were two of the most depressing things I've ever seen in my life. Just so lifeless. So to have the heels, you had MJF, and you had Sean Spears there betting on the matches. And then you had Jake the Snake there with Lance Archer, and then on the other side you had Sonny Kiss, you had Joey Janela, and SCU were there for a bit, and Colt Cabana.
Yep.
I used to shit on Colt Cabana quite a bit, but see now, I'm actually warming to him. He seems like a genuinely nice guy.
I told you.
Yeah.
Entertaining as shit.
He's very entertaining. I do like him.
Super nice dude.
Yeah.
Super nice dude. Met him in Brandon a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
There you go. I'm not gonna shit on him again because he was entertaining and he did make me laugh. He was very funny. Later on when he was having his wee moment with Kip and all that, and he was slapping him and he was trying to challenge him to a fight. I thought that was quite cool. And then our first match that kicked off was the Best Friends versus Lucha Brothers. I totally fucked this up in the preview show because I said it was Orange Cassidy and Pac, and I predicted that Pac would pin someone. He was even in the match.
yeah, not even in it.
It's because of Steve Carino and Martial Law. That he wasn't there because everyone's having to go back to their home countries and visas. You could get stuck somewhere, and so you have to be. And plus, what's going on? Pac would want to be with his family, so it made perfect sense that he wasn't there.
Yep. No, exactly. But yeah, this match was a good match. It was super entertaining. Mm-hmm. Lucha Brothers did some crazy shit that always makes them look good. And the Best Friends were really good in this match too. Like, Chuck Taylor doesn't get enough credit, I don't think. He's really good.
Chuck Taylor does not get enough credit, and I tell you what, those guys, for being the first match going out there, and I'm not just saying this, I totally forgot that it was that the audience wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get taken out of it. And I liked not the juxtaposition, but I kind of liked the interaction with the heels when they were, because you could see that MGF had bet on the Lucha Brothers, and Sean Spears he'd put his money on Best Friends, so you could see that the interaction between them, and then you had Big Wardlow in the back with his clipboard, and he sort of, and I loved the fact that they were drinking red wine, but the red wine was called, no one picked up on this, but the red wine was called Maxwell's. I thought, MJF, Maxwell, Jacob Friedman. So
that was great, and I think that helped too, having the people around the ring just to make some noise, and because you could hear them cheering and booing and oohing and awing and stuff, and it was good. That helped for sure.
Mm-hmm. And again, I was surprised at the finish that it was Trent that took the pinfall. I thought it was going to be Chuck Taylor. I thought he was going to eat the pin. But it was the old Penta Driver. I always say this, I can't remember the name of it. And see, when I was watching Dynamite, the commentators didn't know the name of the finisher either. They didn't.
Package pile driver.
The package pile driver. It's clearly got a finishing name, and even Excalibur didn't know what it was. Yeah. But that was good, and they did that on old Trent, and he ate the pinfall. But we kind of knew that was going to happen. They had to look strong, so we both got a point for picking the right team that won, but you get the extra point because you said it was going to be Penta that got the pinfall, and I picked a guy that wasn't even in the match.
Smug bastard.
So next up was the four-way match between Penelope Ford, Hikaru Shida, Riho, and Chris Statlander. And just before that, actually, you had Tony Schiavone when he was talking to Sean Spears outside the ring and MGF, and they were doing some betting. And I'm pretty sure Tony Schiavone got in those bets.
Yeah, he was getting in on that action.
Tony was all over the show tonight. I loved it.
It was great. Tony's great. Also, we got to make note of Brandy's name bar that came across. She said her name bar said she would never ring announce again, which was a nice little touch.
I'm glad she
did a good job too.
Yeah, she actually did a really good job. I was actually really, really impressed with that. Mm-hmm. I liked that Riho and Penelope started off just battering each other, because that carried on for their altercation that they had when Penelope got the pin on her on AEW Dark. So it was good. It was good that they continued that feud.
Yeah.
Penelope. At one point she made a botch where she came off the top rope for the Hurricanrana, and it looked
didn't
like,
quite catch it.
Yeah, it looked like she got injured there. Now with the end of this match and Shida getting the win, she blocks. Penelope goes to do the sort of springboard back elbow, and she double knees her, blocks it. She kicks out of that, and then she gives her the Shining Wizard and pins her. So you obviously get the pin because, but you got a point for that. But the reason I got a point was because I said Penelope would either win or she would take the pinfall, You didn't say who was going to get pinned and who didn't. So that's your fault for not specifying. So that's why I got a point there.
But how can you possibly think that counts if you pick the same person to win and lose the match? That doesn't make sense.
Because I said Penelope's either going to win the match or she's going to eat the pinfall. Because someone's got to win and someone's got to lose. I just chose the same person.
You know what? It's bullshit.
I'm limiting my chances of scoring points by picking the same person, either win or lose. Whereas you can go, no, Shida is going to pin Penelope. 2 chances of a point. I've only got 1 by doing that. So I'm making it harder for myself.
You know what? I'm going to let it stand because you still fucking lost.
Yeah, I did, but not by much.
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Smug bastard.
But it was a very good athletic effort. I thought the girls all did very well.
Yeah,
I thought
it was a solid match. Other than the one Penelope kind of half missed there, it was really good. Loved Kip around the outside. That was funny. It made sense.
I said Kip. Well, but it was obvious Kip was doing his job, interfering in the match. I liked the bit where he was sort of pushing. No, it was a bit where he grabbed her arms to hold on to her when Riho was trying to pin her, and he's sort of holding on to the arms. And the referee, you think your referee would be like that? See you, get out of here. But I think the ref's probably, in the ref's defence, he's thinking if I kick him out, that's one less person in the audience, or one less person giving us some atmosphere at ringside. Yeah.
No, exactly. But no, it was good. And then the finish, and it just, Shida, number 1 contender.
Made sense,
I like
didn't
it. Yeah.
It
was nice that Penelope looks strong through it.
She looked very decent, she looked decent.
Yeah, didn't hurt Riho, didn't hurt Statlander, so I think that looks solid.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was funny, because Tony Schiavone then went to ringside with Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
Talking about how he was 2-0, he's had 2 wins in that, and he was asking if he's a scout, and Colt made a comment about the women's division, and he said, "I'm pretty sure none of them would bite him." And I thought, wait a minute, is he talking about Shayna Baszler because she bit Becky Lynch?
Maybe. I didn't even think about that.
Wait a minute. And then that's when Sabian came up and they had a little altercation, a wee bit of a shove in that, which Colt tried to laugh off.
Yeah, but I love Colt's comment after he slaps him. He was like, "I'm a wrestler too."
Yeah, I know, I'm a wrestler too.
Just hilarious.
Then
so we're gonna see a Kip and Cabana match.
And I'm all for that. I'm all for a Kip and Cabana match. Then we went to Tony Schiavone, who was doing an interview outside the arena with John Moxley. It didn't make sense that John Moxley said he's never medically cleared to wrestle. I was like, I'm assuming you must be.
Medically cleared? What is medically cleared? When have I ever been medically cleared in my entire career?
at some point, yeah.
At some point you must be, otherwise AEW are being gross negligence, or whatever they call it. But I just thought it was cool that he then gets into is it the Ford GT? I'm not good with cars.
Yeah, I think so. The one they stole from Jericho?
Yeah, so they're still...
Or Jericho gifted to him?
The continuity's still there. Gets in the car and he drives off. How dare he make fun of my inner circle? Saying he's always going to be in their blind spot. Always going to be there, which made me think that he was going to appear at some point during the night.
I will forever be in the inner circle's blind spot.
We found out that he didn't, because he wasn't required to do that. But
well, this was after they showed the poster without Nick Jackson for Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to be the 5th guy, to be honest.
That was good, though, because that's what you were supposed to think.
Yeah.
You were supposed to think that. What actually happened in the end, no one would have thought. So
no.
That was good. Then we had Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus the Butcher and the Blade. I was raging at this. I said to you in the preview show that by choosing the Lucha Brothers, by choosing Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy to win, that you were doing the safe thing and the smart thing to do. Because the way the booking was going, and you picked that it was going to be Luchasaurus pinning the Blade, which again was the obvious thing. But I just wanted them to win.
Smug bastard.
I was raging.
Yeah, I get it.
And this was a bloody good match. I'll tell you why. Because the Butcher and the Blade, for this whole match, they were tagging in and out, and they were working over Jungle Boy, and they kept him away from Luchasaurus. And it wasn't stuff that kind of looked anything hokey or half-assed. They did a really good job of cutting off the ring and keeping him singled out. And a couple of times he almost got the hot tag, and they prevented it. The Butcher looked really, really strong in this. He looked like the beast that he is, and JR's really putting him over, talking about how he's an old school wrestler. One of the sort of throwbacks to the territory days when Jim Ross was out there scouting. So
he looks stiff. He looks really stiff.
He does look stiff, and I still love that weird march that he does. It sort of looks like a goose step.
Take out Cody and everything he holds dear.
Tony, you remember Bunny?
It looks like a weird Nazi goose step, but we are under martial law and a global tyranny at the minute. So
yeah, I guess so.
The New World Order is taking over. I don't mean Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hulk Hogan. Although at this rate, you would fucking think it was
You mean
them.
Shawn Michaels and Booker T?
Got
you.
I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, that would be poor.
Yes, I was a bit confused with the finish of this match. You know, I understand how the match ended because MJF told them to do, I think it's called the Final Death or something like that. You think I'd know it because I'm the biggest fan. He went for that because MJF had called for it, but it actually caused a distraction. So he distracted them, and that meant that they lost the match. But the Butcher was on the outside. The Butcher may have missed his spot, I don't know, or Jungle Boy just pulled an audible and jumped out the ring. But he was outside on the ground.
It looked like he was going to go for his flip or something, but then
a suicide dive or something. Then he just ran outside the ring, like the Butcher was maybe supposed to crawl into the ring. So,
or he was supposed to get up and kind of like catch him and there go down, like that kind of spot.
I don't know.
But then he just slides out and gives him a quick stomp, and then
yeah,
they looked awkward in the ring because Luchasaurus was like, "Do I pin him yet?" Yeah. But other than that, it was a solid match.
Yeah, I just a wee bit surprised by the ending, but yeah, it was, again, solid. I think there was very good interaction with the crowd, with the heels that were there. They played very well into the match, especially MGF and all his smack talk, and some of those chops that the Butcher was dishing out. Man, they're bloody brutal. And I love the showdown between the Butcher and Luchasaurus when they're just horsing each other, man. Boom, boom, boom. I'm looking forward to that singles match. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
And then we come to the most important part of the entire night. In fact, not the most important part of the entire night. The most important moment in AEW history.
Join the Dark Order.
Join the Dark Order. All hail. Where we learn who the Exalted One is. In the Dark Order. Join Dark Order. All hail. Join the Dark Order. All hail.
Dark Order.
This was teased out.
I'm so disappointed because, not disappointed.
It's going to be Matt Hardy. It's going to be Matt Hardy.
No, from the beginning I said it was going to be Brodie Lee. If
but
you go
you
back
changed
to
your
our
mind.
first video,
You changed your mind.
I gave in.
You should have stuck to your guns. You changed your mind.
I know, because it made sense. The show was supposed to be from Rochester. Damn it! I blew it.
Remember, Evil Uno never lies. Evil Uno never breaks a promise, and Evil Uno always delivers. Now, I got the impression that that the Exalted One was going to be revealed at the end of the show, because that's what it looked like on the booking sheet when I was looking online how they laid the matches out. And the way Evil Uno was talking, he was talking about he's near and he's coming. But then Christopher Daniels just grabs him out. He's like, "Look, you're talking shite. There's no Exalted One talking at your arse. We've had enough of this. you're telling all these lies. You haven't helped Silver. You haven't helped anyone that's been in the Dark Order. So just give up the ghost. And then the music starts playing.
I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself. I am the Exalted One.
And then you just see a silhouette standing there in the
All
jacket.
distorted voice.
In the jacket, which looks like the fucking Matt Hardy jacket. And I'm like, you bastard! It's fucking Matt Hardy! I was like, you motherfucker! And then the distorted voice starts to go. Now, I want to go back and listen to this because I'm 100% sure in part of that distortion they used Matt Hardy's voice.
I thought so too!
See? Because I heard his voice, I 100% heard Matt Hardy's voice, and I was like, oh, you bastard, it definitely 100% is Matt Hardy.
Now let me put it a different way, because maybe the stupid out there didn't understand. If we come and knock on your door, you open that door and you let the Dark Order in. And if you don't, I personally will kick that door down and lead the Dark Order through it.
And then just as the glow was coming, I just caught the outline of a beard, being bushy, and I went, oh, wait a minute, Andy's a bit too tall for Matt Hardy. And then it came through and it was obviously Brodie Lee, but they definitely used Matt Hardy's voice in that.
Had to have.
Again, smart as fuck. Very smart, very well played. Very well played. And he's talking about how they'll take what they want. AEW's unsafe now. Yeah. And then once the promo package is, get a fantastic promo package.
Make this one a little more personal, a little more tangible for you to feel, Mr. Christopher Daniels. Oh, you thought you were safe, didn't you? The thing about it is now the word is out, Chris. You are very unsafe.
And then once the promo package was finished, lights, well, not the lights come on, but you know what I mean, they cut back to the ring. Daniels turns around, big boot to the face.
Oh my God! Brodie Lee just took Daniel's head off.
By Brodie Lee. And then,
I love that bending big boot, like when he gets down to the one knee after pushing. It just looks so good. I hate the big boot. I think it looks stupid for most people.
But he pulls it off.
He makes it look good.
He looks in great shape. I love his tights as well, because it's kind of got the Dark Order logo on it, and it's got something else on it, but I was really impressed with that. But then, here's what else I like. I liked it when he got him into the Sister Abigail. Just another little fuck you. And then from the Sister Abigail, I don't know if that's how he's going to do his finisher, or he was just doing it as a bit of a fuck you to Vince. Goes for the Sister Abigail and then spins out of that and then hits Daniels with a clothesline that,
like a spinning lariat,
genuinely looked fucking brutal.
There is an Exalted One, and it's just a effort. Nasty. Brodie Lee. Wow. Like a big rig running over Christopher Daniels.
It looked brutal. And then you've got Evil Uno and Grayson there kicking the shit out of Kazarian, and you've got MJF in the crowd clapping away, going, "Oh, he's like that!" Oh, adding to it all. But it was that one line that Brodie Lee said when he said something about he said, "Christopher Daniels, you're not the first old man who
didn't believe in me,
but you'll sure as hell be the last."
Mr. Daniels, I assure you, you are not the first out of touch old man to not believe in me, but I will make damn sure you are the last.
Yeah, I like it because I've always liked him. Like when he was on his singles push in WWE, like when he probably should have been in that main event with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
like. It made sense. I was behind him then, and then he just got misused again. And you can see he's so good in the ring.
Oh, he is.
For a big man, like he can do some stuff that you don't expect, and he's just, I dig it. I'm ready to see what's going to happen.
I was very impressed. Remember, who are we? We are one. Then we had a nice little promo time. It was Tony Schiavone who was all over that arena tonight. He must have lost about 20 pounds. He was having a wee interview with Lance Archer and Jake the Snake, but as Jake the Snake said, He doesn't need to do any talking. Jake the Snake's the man for the talking.
He's not here to talk.
Again, Jake the Snake cuts a fantastic promo, basically saying...
So good. So good.
Cody Rhodes, we came out, I approached you, I told you what the deal was, and then you disrespected me. So now you've taken something that wasn't personal, and you've made it personal.
We came here for a specific reason. It was not going to be something that was going to turn into something personal. But it will.
So, Jake the Snake laying down the law, letting Cody know that they're coming. They're coming for him. They don't play games, Jake the Snake says. We don't play games.
We don't play games.
And that led us to a fantastic vignette of the Murder Hawk Mansion. I was like, this is a bit, it felt a bit Matt Hardy to me. Where you had, you know, like the Hardy compound. When you had all the guys around the ring, and then just the way it's shot was a bit sort of not final deletion, but you know the way Matt Hardy does his free to delete and all his broken stuff. And he's just taking folk down left, right and centre. And then bigger and bigger guys get into the ring. And then you had Jake the Snake. They'd cut to Jake the Snake every so often, and he's just sitting back, chilling, smoking a cigarette, just admiring the work of the Murder Hawk, just nice and chilled. Nothing rattles the snake. Two of them are walking off, and this wee hillbilly goes, "I'll kick your ass," or whatever.
I can take you on, asshole.
I'm like, what? And then what does he do? He grabs a little schmuck, he choke slams him onto the car, but then he grabs his head and legit, he's ramming the guy's head off the car. I was like, fuck.
Are we watching a murder right now? Like,
it looked pretty stiff. I actually thought he was going to put him through the windscreen, but that's kind of that's a WWE thing type of thing to do, you know. They just went, nah, we're just going to rattle the guy's head off the bonnet of this car, and that's enough. I was like, yeah,
we're just going to commit murder. It's fine.
That's enough. I'd like to see more of that. Do you know? I think what they could do, because of what's going on at the moment in the world with the martial law, is do more stuff outside the ring. So next week we've got touch wood, on the next Dynamite, which we hope is next week, we're going to have the Best Friends and the Lucha Brothers. But I'm going to say Pac won't be there, and Orange Cassidy won't be involved. Well, he'll be involved at some point. They're going to have a street fight
in the parking lot.
And I thought that was another good dig at WWE when he says, in an actual street.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet you fellas in a street fight. How about that? How about that, huh?
A street fight, but in an actual street.
I think it was Chuck that said that, in an actual street.
He also got away with just calling someone a dick on TV.
That's right. Yeah, he said, "Oh, I kicked me in the dick."
You want to kick my friend in his dick when the ref's back is turned?
He kicked me in the dick.
I loved it. It was great.
Do you see he had a little bit there was heat online between Braun Strowman and Lance Archer on Twitter?
I did not yet, no.
So a fan was basically annoying Braun Strowman on Twitter. He basically made a comment that Lance Archer is what Braun Strowman should have been. He's big, athletic, charismatic, you know, all that sort of stuff. But instead, they've made him a comedy act, and Braun Strowman sort of replied and basically said that Lance Archer was like a poorer version of him or something like that. And then Lance Archer came back and replied and just owned him, completely owned him. It's like, get in there, son. Get in there.
Well, I'll tell you the exact moment I fell in love with Lance Archer is I was watching New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It was during the G1.
G1.
I forget who he was fighting, but he got up on the ropes and looked like he was doing Undertaker's Old School.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then he moonsaults off of that into the guy.
He's mental.
Well holding him.
So
it was insane. And I was just like, he shouldn't be able to do that. And that's the moment I was like, okay, I get it. I'm totally behind this guy.
Super athletic.
Yeah, crazy.
And after that, we got the announcement that it was going to be, what a strange matchup, Wardlow versus Luchasaurus in a lumberjack match.
It's going to be amazing, though. It's going to be less than 50 people around the ring, though.
I'm picking Wardlow. Done. Wardlow's winning that, hands down. And then we got Gun Club. We saw Gun Club. Billy Gunn and his son, they were in the crowd.
Yeah, that was nice to see.
That was cool. And that brought us to our main event of the evening. No, I shouldn't really say that because
Thanks, Howard.
That was more Howard Finkel.
That was very much more Howard Finkel.
And it was Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz. And again, I fucked up the preview show because I said it was Chris Jericho. And I said the match was going to end when Chris Jericho pinned Matt Jackson. And Chris Jericho wasn't in the match. But Matt Jackson got pinned, so I get a point for that. I do. I get a point for that.
Bullshit. Mm-hmm. See, like, it's bullshit that you get a point out of that because you said it was going to be Jericho. Jericho wasn't even in the match.
Yeah, but I said Matt Jackson would take the pinfall, so I'm still predicting something, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You get points for getting the match right and who pins and who does the pin or the submission or whatever for calling.
I guess. It doesn't matter. I still won. It's fine.
Yeah, but you only won by half a point. Well, by a point.
Hey, like I said before, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
Smug bastard.
But this was
wins are all that matter.
Well, they were building this match up pretty big. Just take my socks off. They were actually Sonic the Hedgehog socks. Eggman, Dr. Robotnik. just in case you want to know that. They were really building this match up to how important it was to have that man advantage. Very important. But as me and you both said, being old farts and old wrestling fans, the heels always have the upper hand. It's just good booking.
Exactly.
So we just knew that's the way it was. The way it was going to go down. Dustin and QT Marshall actually came out into the crowd for this one, and I didn't think Jericho was in the building, but then he came out to his music. Sammy Guevara did a cracking karaoke version,
singing away. It was unbelievable. It's amazing.
That wasn't my
MJF was singing it.
I was going to say that was my favourite part. Was watching MJF. Yeah. He was singing away as well.
Yeah, not even looking, just singing away.
Just singing away, man. I think MJF knew more of the words than Sammy. How can you not know the words to that song?
Yeah, Sammy definitely did not know. It was hilarious.
No. Judas! I was like, oh.
But no, that was awesome.
That was funny.
And then as that whatever Jericho sits down on commentary, and people start coming out, and he goes, "Look at Arn Anderson holding a Waffle House menu," and honestly, I laughed so hard.
I was pissing myself laughing. It's like there's Arn Anderson with his Waffle House menu.
Yeah, and then he's calling out JR for popping at that.
That's right. He said,
I loved it.
He went. Oh, JR popped at that, and then he went. Oh, Taz. He says, Taz, I know you want to pop, but you're the new boy on the block. You don't want to get into trouble.
Yeah.
And then later on, Taz did laugh at something. He went, you popped for that. You're in trouble now.
Yeah. Loved it. Jericho on commentary should be there all the time.
He's just so good, and I like MJF. He shouted at Cody, "Where did you get that tattoo? Six Flags."
Well, and Jericho called out his tattoo too.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I think he said something about his tattoo being terrible, but he put him over as a good wrestler. He's a very good wrestler. He's very talented.
Yeah.
Oh man. And Cody took most of the heat in this match.
Yeah.
He took most of the heat. There was one point I was a little bit concerned because when they were doing that vertical suplex, he almost came all the way down. By the time I think by the time Santana had given him a Jake Hager, and then Jake Hager had given him to Ortiz, and he was wavering quite a lot, but he managed to get his legs up,
hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and take it. They didn't play too much, and I'm glad they didn't do this. They didn't play too much on the old, Matt Jackson and Hangman Page, they're not going to get along. Oh, there was only a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe one instance.
Well, they did the little thing at the front, at the start of the show, where the Hangman just did the, I'm in.
Mm-hmm. He did a little.
But that did lead to the finish of the match a little bit, because I don't know if you noticed, but Matt tagged himself in.
He did, yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He tagged himself in, yeah.
So.
He did tag himself in. But did the Hangman seem pissed off at that? I can't remember. Because I think as he tagged him in, the Hangman had then... He was going to do something. I can't really remember. All I know is the Hangman's outside and I don't know what they were going to do here. He's got him up for the tombstone, for the Indie Taker.
Yeah. Was he going to try and do it? I don't know.
You could probably do the buckshot lariat, and as he hits his back, do the tombstone. Whatever they were going to do, it wouldn't have worked. I guess that's why the match ended the way it did. And then he got rolled up. Was it Santana that pinned him? I believe it was Santana.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Santana that rolled him up.
Springing up. No! Oh, face first. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Down by Hager. Come on, Santana. Come on, Santana. Santana's got it.
Again, it was a good way to end the match.
Yeah.
Very good way to end the match. The match itself was good. Jake Hager was good as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad
he's been fantastic.
I'm glad he's wrestling more now.
Yep.
So I'm not too sure what's going on with his MMA stuff. In fact, all the MMA stuff's on hold. He's got nothing to do because the only gig in town at the minute is wrestling. So with it being the only gig in town at the minute, which is why Jake Hager ain't got anything to do in MMA.
Yeah.
Wrestling even for however long that's going to happen because of the martial law.
Steve Corino.
NXT. Well, NXT did 500. I think it was 534,000 viewers this week. I was surprised at that because they didn't have any wrestling.
Without having any wrestling, that's still pretty good.
I know, for having no wrestling. But then AEW did 900 and I think it was 47,000. It was 940 odd thousand, maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah. So I mean, because of the way the ratings work, not everyone's got one of those stupid boxes, right? So there's more than 1 million people watching Dynamite easily.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And I think they need to be smart here because there's no sport, no sport. So what they need to do, they need to be plugging that they're the only live sport on TV, and that will get more eyes on the product. More folk will watch it because everything else is gone, and that will help. Yeah. That will help get the viewers up, and it might actually attract some older fans or lapsed fans. Might attract some new fans. I think they need to do it, but again, we don't know what's going to happen next week. If they put everything in lockdown, then if you're SoCal, if you're fucking SCU, and you actually do live in California, you're not leaving. I think the whole place is in lockdown.
So maybe if they're all living in Jacksonville,
could be a very different show.
Maybe Tony Khan's renting a bunch of Airbnbs and they're all just staying in Jacksonville. Because if they do that, then they can do it.
Well, I'm thinking Tony Khan's a billionaire, so surely he can flout the rules. Surely he's got some scope. But then Vince McMahon's mates with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And I heard that WrestleMania's getting taped. They're taping WrestleMania starting tomorrow. Every match, and then they're going to show over the 2 days.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard, that they're going to tape it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. So you would think if they're going to tape it, that means that they're going to do a restriction of movement. And Vince has probably given old Donald a phone and went, looking at what am I going to do with WrestleMania? He's probably went, if I was you, I would do something. Yeah. You've got a week to sort it out because we're going next Friday or whatever. We're going to lock everything down.
Yeah.
But ratings aside, we got to the end of the show. Let's get back to the fun stuff and not Steve Corino. But this is AEW Dynamite Martial Law. There's Jericho's just talking the smack, saying, we're outnumbered. There's only 4 of you. There's 5 of us. You suck. Inner Circle's the greatest. We're the best. We've now got the upper hand. We've now got the man advantage. Yada yada yada. And then Jake Hager's doing his press ups, and Sammy's lying on his back.
Yeah.
And he's still doing press ups. I thought that was funny.
Oh, that's hard.
Do one. Do that. Look at that.
Jeez.
Look at that.
And then Sammy went to go and do it with Jake, but then he wouldn't let him.
That's right. He's like, no, you're all right. And then Nick Jackson takes the mic. He's like,
Matt Jackson.
He's like, we've got a pal, we've got a buddy. I made a phone call. And then you hear the zzz. As soon as I heard that zzz, I was like, oh, I know what's going on here.
we've had our problems, but one thing, there was one mistake right there in your little speech. The Elite isn't outnumbered, Chris.
Zzz, and the drone comes in like, it's fucking Vanguard 1, or it's just martial law. But no, it wasn't a government one, it was actually Vanguard 1. He came flying in, zzz, lands in the middle of the ring. It's like, what the fuck? And you can see Jericho's face. Jericho knew what was going on. He was like, oh, no. Piano starts to play, and then it just cuts. I'm sure there's a spotlight on him, and it cuts to the back of the audience. And
Oh my God! Whoa! Matt Hardy! Oh my God!
he's just standing there. Yes.
It was great.
Imagine if there was a live crowd there.
Oh, it would have been insane.
You'd Brodie Lee and Matt Hardy. I'm going to say wasted because it was wasted, but there's nothing that they could do.
I don't think it was. I still believe, like I said, the Matt Hardy thing would be cool. Just nobody there. Just him.
You said that.
I did say that.
You did say that.
And it was really cool because it was really ominous and dark. He's out in the middle, like out nowhere. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just sad. And I like that he's dyed. The white bit is now red.
Yeah.
Because Zenith is dead and Damascus is now in his vessel.
Yeah.
Now, he was doing the delete, right?
Yeah.
But he wasn't saying delete. He said
saying break.
Break, that was it. Break. And I'm like, nah, you need to go back to delete.
Matt Hardy has stopped the inner circle for tonight in its tracks.
No, he went to break.
It can't be break because even his t-shirt said all delete wrestling and all. Remember we were saying that? I was saying all delete wrestling, delete the elite and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, Matt Hardy could turn on them, delete the elite.
No, because it's the Lance Archer's going to delete the elite.
Yeah, he definitely will
Yeah,
appear.
he said that. So.
And I did say
Matt Hardy's going to be on their team.
I did say that wouldn't it make more sense and wouldn't it be more fun if Matt Hardy wasn't the Exalted one, but he was against the Dark Order? Wouldn't that make more fun? It would make more sense. Think of all the goofy shit you could do.
Yeah.
Because old Brodie Lee was used to all that stuff, being in the Wyatt family, the compound and all that. So,
yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
So yeah, that was another. It was an absolute. I mean, it could have been it was one of their best shows, and there was no audience.
Yeah.
I would have been raging if I had a ticket for Rochester, New York, and that happened. Raging. But what can you do?
Yeah.
What
Shit happens when you party naked, man.
Shit happens when you party naked, and there's a global corporate, a global corporate takeover by the Illuminati and the New World Order. There's nothing you can do. Stockpile food, stockpile guns.
Not toilet paper.
Most importantly, stockpile booze. Yeah, don't. Why are you stockpiling toilet paper? Have you ever washed your ass with a shower? You know, it's just use the shower. Not the goddamn Dippin' Dots. They never hurt nobody. And it'll keep you even more clean. So every time you go to take a dump, have a shower, and then you'll be even more cleaner, and then you'll even be more resistant to Steve Carino, because Steve Carino, he's always watching, and he's gonna get ya.
You're so awful.
We are all delete wrestling fans. Like that, all delete wrestling. We are all delete.
Like it.
We are all delete wrestling fans. We're going to keep doing these videos. We're not quite sure what they're going to be on. Hopefully there's a dark this week. I don't know. I don't know if they even bothered filming a dark, but hopefully they did. And we'll try.
They had more talent there, so I'm thinking there's going to be a dark.
I should think so. So we'll try and keep you entertained in these dark times. It's not easy. I mean, to be entertaining.
We're all getting through this together.
Stay safe and stay merry, and we'll see you on the next one. We are all Delete Wrestling fans, and hopefully we'll have a preview show for next week. Join the Dark Order. We're in the mountains. We're up in I think it's South Park.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's South Park.
I'm pretty sure it's South Park. This is pretty awesome.
This is dope.
Whoa! Fuck! Oh my god, that'll make for a good fucking... Ah, shit.
What?
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please make sure you like and subscribe to this video because it helps us out a lot. It helps us in the algorithms, it helps us get seen, it gets us more visibility. Plus, when you subscribe, you're not going to miss any of our amazing content. So, do what smart people do. Like and subscribe. Cheers! Oh, I love a bit of bush.